Puja season must be, you barely have time to breathe.
Actually, let me say my usual namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum to all of you. You can't even begin to imagine how thrilled I am to be on this conclave. Really, because India Today means such a lot to me, as I'm sure it does to every Indian over here.
Because you have an India Today Connect that barely anyone here knows about.
Nobody knows, even Mr. Puri keeps forgetting.
Which is?
Which is that I'm the first artist, actually, in India who got featured in the first issue of India Today. Thank you. Thank you. I was performing in Delhi at the Ashoka, and you know, there was a reporter who came and interviewed me. I couldn't even believe every time I need to say this because I need to shake you all up to say that, hey, this is where it all started.
We pretend to forget because we want you to keep coming back and reminding us.
Even if you didn't ask, I would come anyway.
I knew it all along. But everyone here would be expecting we'll start with a Pujo song. We won't do that. We will talk. Because
yes, absolutely.
we love to hear you talk. And, you know, it's only now that you have... so much was made about Adele, you know. She's the person with the big voice. She was a discovery. She was this new person on the scene. And everyone's like, this is not what women sound like. But we thought this is the most normal thing to women to sound like because we had you.
Yes, isn't that so wonderful? It's 1969 when I started singing, and next year it's going to be 50 years since I've been singing. God, can you believe that? So, yes, I came in at a time when everybody thought that a lady's voice should be just like that, so pretty, so gentle, and there I was with a voice like that sounds like Mr. Ram Madhav's. Yes. So, you see, I was completely out of the box right from the beginning. Meri आवाज़ ही इतनी हटके थी that nobody really expected a lady in a sari looking like me so many years ago, singing in a nightclub. And there I was in a sari and I was introduced and I came up to sing and everybody on the ringside seat said, oh my God, what is this amma going to sing? Well, when I opened my mouth and I sang, never know how much I love you, you never know how much I care. They looked and said, wow, is this what this amma is going to do? So it's been really an amazing journey for me, doing almost, never with a purpose of doing something different. But just this is all I ever knew, and I grew up in a very middle-class family in Bombay. My father was in the police. I'm a Madrasi, born and brought up in Bombay, married into Kerala, now living in Bengal. So I'm a complete Bharatvasi.
But the entire idea of wearing a sari and a bindi, singing in a nightclub, was that for impact or just because it came naturally to you?
No, you know, many people think that all this is strategy, positioning, marketing. In those days, we never thought about all that. As I said, and I will keep saying through our talk, that I come from a middle-class family. The sari is what my mother wore, what my sisters wore, what my grandmother wore, what everybody wore. So I just wore a sari straight after school. The only other dress I knew was shalwar kameez, which I was very good at stitching, and I'm still very good at stitching, by the way. So straight after shalwar kameez, I started wearing a sari, and it was really not for impact. Truly not for impact. It's the only dress I knew, and it's the only dress that we had, really. And now, when I look back, and I think, hey, thank God. I mean, in the larger picture, we're all citizens of the world, and it's great, absolutely, to be a part of this amazing world. But sometimes it's wonderful to say, thank God I'm born Indian, and thank God for the sari.
Always, always. And to all the women out there who refuse to be stuck to type, whether they are big girls with big voices, what's the first song you'd like to dedicate?
What's the first song I sang?
Maybe Adele? Skyfall?
No, I will definitely sing because I'm not leaving here without singing, that's for sure. I mean, I've been waiting for this moment when I could be part of the conclave, and you know, it matters to me because there are so many things to say about, well, as you said, about the bindi, about the bangles, about being Indian, about wearing a sari, and you know, singing the kind of songs that I do. So I'd love to sing a lot of songs, I mean, whatever time we have. But before that, I'd like to say that, you know, I think it was the timing that made it all so good for me. I came in at a time when people thought it was the prerogative and the privilege, so-called Anglo-Indians standing in the nightclub with their black numbers and cleavage, of which I have none to talk about. But I guess it was the timing that made it so correct for me, or made it so lucky for me. So I really don't have a hard luck story to give that, oh, I struggled so much or anything, because people really accepted. I think at that time when I came on, the nightclub was a place where only men went. And soon, when I came onto the picture, they decided to bring their sisters and daughters and wives and other people's wives as well to the nightclub, which is good. So actually, it became a family place, the nightclub, which was really really the way it happened. And so for that, I am so, so grateful.